Srivijaya Island. Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, the honorable judges. Good morning, all of the audiences. How are you today? Let me introduce myself to you. My name is Andrian and I'm student of CLC Kota, Kinabalu. In this occasion, I would like to tell you a nice story. It talks about the legend of Kemaro Island. A long time ago, there was a large kingdom in South Sumatra. The kingdom was led by a king. The king had a daughter named Siti Fatima. Siti Fatima was known as a beautiful and kind daughter. She always helps anyone in trouble around the royal palace. Because of her beauty, many young men fell in love with her. But her father only blessed his daughter to marry a rich man who could provide benefits for the kingdom. One day, a large ship landed at the dock of the Musi River. It turned out that the ship was from China. From a distance, there was a handsome young man named Tan Bun An. Was a prince from the Chinese kingdom who wanted to discuss the trade between the Chinese and South Sumatra kingdom. Prince, we just arrived to Srivijaya land. Well, two of you go and find out the information how to meet the king of this land. Ask about the requirement to stay and sell our goods here. Okay, Prince. Tan Bun An came to the kingdom to meet the king to discuss the cooperation. Your Majesty, there is a man from China wants to meet you. Who is he? What is the purpose of his coming? There is Prince from China. He plans to stay in for several months to trade in our land. Let him enter and meet me here. My pleasure, Your Majesty. The king would cooperate with Tan Bun An as long as Tan Bun An wanted to share profits with the king. Tan Bun An agreed to the king's agreement and he decided to stay in South Sumatra for several months. In the afternoon, when Tan Bun An was walking around the palace, he met Siti Fatima with her two servants, who were watering flowers in the garden. Tan Bun An greeted the princess and immediately fell in love with her. The princess also gave her attention to Tan Bun An. This flower is beautiful. It's as beautiful as you. Hi, I am Tan Bun An. I'm doing my business in this land. You know, I've crushed on you since the first time I saw you. Thank you. They both promised to meet every time Tan Bun An came to the palace. Finally, they both became lovers. Since that time, they often meet each other. After a few months, Tan Bun An decided to propose Siti Fatima. He came to the palace to meet the king. He conveyed his intention and goes to the king that he would marry Siti Fatima. Long life, Your Majesty. I'm so sorry for bothering your time. That's okay, Tan Bun An. What makes you come here? I think it's not the time yet for you to submit the tribute. I'm sorry, Your Majesty. I come here not for submitting the tribute. Actually, I have been in love with your daughter for quite a long time. We love each other So I come here intending to purpose Siti Fatima, your doctor. The king agreed to the marriage plan if Tan Bun An gave him the bride price. Tan Bun An must give 9 jars full of the gold as the bride price of his marriage to Siti Fatima. Tan Bun An wrote a letter to his parents. The parents agreed and sent him 9 big jars filled with the gold. To cover the gold from the thieves, the parents put some vegetable on the top of the gold. When the 9 big jars arrived to Musi River, Tan Bun An surprised. When he opened the jar, he didn't find any gold. Okay, where's the gold? Maybe the gold is in the second jar. Again and again, he didn't find any gold. He threw all the jars into the river. When the last jar was broken, Tan Bun An was surprised. There's not gold! There's not gold! Ah! Huh? The gold! The gold is in the jar! No! I must jump to collect the gold! Whoo! Then she jumped into the river. Siti Fatima saw him. Oh no! Tan Bun An! Where are you, Tan Bun An? Show up, please, Tan Bun An! She waited and waited. Then she jumped into the river. Before she jumped, she wrote a letter to her guard. Guard, if you see a pile of soil on the riverbank, and that means it is my grave. Then she jumped into the river. The guard waited and waited, and several days the people saw a pile of soil. The soil was getting bigger and bigger. It finally became an island. The people named it Kemaro Island. The value of the story is listen and think before you do. Thank you for attention and see you next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.